Hey everybody, just doing a review for this Unitek 100W power delivery wall charger that has 4 charging ports. And so yeah, this is the box that the unit comes in. It's just a really plain box, nothing much on it to be honest. And this is the user manual. I will be referencing this user manual quite a bit in this review, simply because it has the power allocation specifications just neatly shown right over here. And so yeah, this is the charger right over here. It does have a 100W max output. When it comes to the form factor, it is a really small one because it uses gallium nitride, which allows the charger to be smaller while still outputting tons of charging power. And so it does have about a 2x2 by 1 inch form factor, and it weighs a few ounces, and so it's just really lightweight. And so these are the charging ports right over here. As I mentioned before, there are 3 USB-C ports and a single USB Type A port, and the 2 most powerful ports on this charger are USB-C 1 and USB-C 2. They're both able to output the full 100 watts of power delivery as long as you're charging a single device at a time from either C1 or C2. C3 is able to output 20 watts, and USB Type A is able to output 18 watts. So yeah, both these ports right over here, C3 and the USB Type A port, are mainly meant for charging smartphones, I would say. And this is a power light that turns on once you have the charger powered. And so yeah, I'm just going to get straight into using it. And so once again, I will be referencing the power allocation right over here on the manual. And so I'm just going to start by plugging it into my EcoFlow River 2 power station right over here. And the reason for that is because I can actually see the full output of the charger with this number right over here on the screen of the River 2 power station. And I'm just going to start by charging my Exciters power bank that has a 100W USB-C input speed, to see if we're actually able to use the full 100 watts of power delivery. And so yeah, let's see this right here. It's gonna start any second now. There we go. And so yeah, right now I'm charging from my USB-C 1, and it looks like we're able to use the full 100 watts right there. Yep, there we go. Sorry about the glare. I know it's like going in and out of focus right here. Yeah, there we go. It's better. Yeah, so 94.3 watts right there. And the screen for the River 2 power station is reading 115 watts. So yeah, I mean, definitely we're able to use the full 100 watts right there. And let me just check out C2 as well to see if we're able to get the same charging power. Just give it a second. And yeah, same exact charging power right there. And so yeah, USB-C 1 and USB-C 2 perform how they're supposed to. And let me go ahead and start charging my Lenovo laptop right over here as well. Okay, and so yeah, in this case, my Lenovo laptop is only charging at about 3 watts, and this is because of the power allocation nature of this charger. Because C1 is able to output 65 watts right now, and C2, which is what I have the Lenovo laptop charging from, is able to output 30 watts. So my Lenovo laptop usually requires at least a 45-watt USB-C port to fast charge with. And so if I change the ports real quick, my Lenovo laptop will begin to fast charge. So let me just go do that right now. So do this, that, and do this. There we go. And so my Lenovo laptop is going to be charging from C1, and the Exciters power bank is going to be charging from C2. And so yeah, as you can see, the Exciters power bank is charging at about 30 watts, and my Lenovo laptop is actually fast charging at 30 watts because it's able to use 65 watts from C1 right now. And let me go ahead and plug in my Galaxy Note 9 as well and see how that performs. I'm gonna plug this into C3. And so something strange did happen when I was writing the review article and doing some general testing with the charger, because I've already done some testing with this charger. And so when I plug in my Note 9, I believe the power bank will stop charging. Let's just go and take a look at that real quick, see if it actually happens. Yeah, I mean, this is a problem that I had before, I think, with the Alzum wall charger as well, that also had a 100-watt power delivery output. And the same result happened here. The power bank simply won't charge when I have more than 2 devices charging at the same time. I'm not too sure why. I'm pretty sure it has something to do with the Exciters power bank specifically, because it might not be receiving enough voltage to charge the power bank. But yeah, I am able to fast charge my Note 9 though. The Lenovo laptop is continuing to charge at about 30 watts. And unfortunately, the Accentrus power bank is not charging at all right now. But let me go ahead and plug in my Basis power bank that has a 65 watt input speed to see if that works. And it should work. I've done some testing before. And so yeah, the power bank is able to charge at 30 watts. Lenovo laptop is charging at 30 watts, and the Note 9 is still fast charging. So at this point, let me check the power allocation because I totally forgot how it works when I'm charging from C1, C2, and C3 at the same time. So yeah, C1 is currently outputting 45 watts, C2 is outputting 30 watts, and C3 is outputting 20 watts. And so it makes sense how I'm able to charge all three devices, how they're working right now. And so yeah, let me go ahead and plug in my LG G7 for the final device that I'm going to charge with. There we go. Just plugged it in. And so yeah, just as expected, the LG G7 and the Note 9 are now standard charging, because I believe the output for C3 and the USB Type A port is now 7.5 watts. And the output of C1 and C2 is, let me go and check on that as well. And so yeah, the output of C1 is now 45 watts, and the output of C2 is now 30 watts. So Lenovo laptop is continuing to charge at 30 watts, and the Basis power bank is charging at 30 watts as well. So yeah, there we go. Charging works how it's supposed to. And so yeah, once again, that hiccup with the Accentrus power bank is something that happens with other 100-watt wall chargers that I've reviewed. I wouldn't blame that on the wall charger specifically, but yeah, it's still an anomaly to me, but that's just what happens. And also, one more test I believe I need to do is I'm going to charge the Accentrus power bank and the Basis power bank at the same time from C1 and C2 to see if I'm actually able to use the full 65 watts from C1 and the full 30 watts from C2, because we weren't able to see that before. But yeah, let me just get everything disconnected and test that out. I'll be right back. Let me just get this all cleaned up real quick. All right, guys, so just one final test for the Unitek 100-watt wall charger. This is going to charge my Accentrus power bank from USB-C 1. And so that should be charging at 100 watts like before, like we tested. And then when I plug in my Basis power bank, the charging for this power bank should downgrade to 65 watts, and this Basis power bank should charge at 30 watts. And so yeah, just gonna test that out real quick, and then we'll be done with this review. And yeah, the Basis power bank is charging at 30 watts, and the Accentrus power bank is charging at about 65 watts, and we're achieving a 113 output from this 100-watt wall charger. I'm not too sure how that's happening, but yeah, that's what the River 2 power station is reading. And yeah, overall, this Unitek wall charger works how it's supposed to. It performs how it's supposed to. You're able to charge possibly 2 laptops simultaneously while also fast charging a single phone at a time. 100-watt wall chargers like this are pretty common now, which is a great thing, because this is basically a one-in-all charger. In the past, you needed a separate charging brick to charge your laptop, and then a separate charger to charge your phone. But that's not the case anymore. These type of chargers get the job done for nearly all the devices that you own. Even if you own an iPhone, you can still use a USB-C to Lightning charging cable to charge your iPhone from a USB-C port. And so yeah, I mean, this Unitek charger is pretty good. I would recommend it. Once again, I don't know about that hiccup that I run into when it comes to charging this Accentrus power bank, but I wouldn't consider that really to be a problem. I will have a link to the product page down in the description below for this charger. I will also have a link to the review article over at chargerharbor.com. You can find that in the description below as well. And I will see you all on the next video. All right, goodbye.